Last year, at the ceremony marking 80 years since the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau, the final words of a Polish Jewish poet, Henryka Łazowertowna, were read aloud. She wrote them as she was being deported. I am going away, far away, to an unknown railway station, not to be found on any map. Above the station, the skies are hanging like an enormous black lid. I am very calm and very saddened. I am no more. Those haunting words gave voice to the millions who were silenced in the Holocaust and to what Europe must never allow to happen again. The Holocaust was the darkest chapter of human history. 6 million Jewish men, women and children were murdered by the Nazi regime in a deliberate, organized, state-sponsored attempt to wipe out an entire people. Alongside them, Roma and Sinti communities, people with disabilities, minorities and political opponents were all murdered by the same machinery of hatred. This did not happen overnight. It happened step by step, law by law, train by train. Rights were stripped away, lives were reduced to numbers, and silence allowed evil to remain and spread unchecked. Among the victims were 1.5 million Jewish children, torn from their families and murdered without ever understanding why. The Holocaust, when seen through the eyes of a child, reveals its cruelty in its purest form. And Tati and Andra lived that reality at just 4 and 6 years old. Tati's presence with us today is a testament not only to survival, but to courage. She carries the memory of what happened so that others are not condemned to repeat it. Europe emerged from the Holocaust carrying the weight of what had been done and the knowledge of how easily it had happened. We believed this was a lesson learned, a hatred confined to the past. But anti-Semitism was never extinguished. It survived. It adapted, and today it still casts its shadow across our continent and beyond. Today, anti-Semitism spreads faster and wider than ever, amplified online and on social media. Lies travel in seconds, old conspiracies are given new life, and the consequences are terrifyingly real, as we were reminded most recently on Bondi Beach, where Jewish families celebrating Hanukkah were shot down in cold blood. And yet, despite the pain and the loss, Jewish life continues to flourish, and Europe must ensure that it is protected. It is up to us to confront hatred wherever it happens before it is allowed to take root again. This is why this European Parliament will always remember and why we will always speak up. Remembrance is not passive. It places a responsibility on all of us. If never again is to mean anything at all, it has to guide the choices we make today and the Europe we choose to build together.